Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Dre. A couple of days ago, I had a friend, because I revealed that I have a Galaxy Note 2, and I'm on the T-Mobile network. But I have a friend that I went to high school with, and she said that she has the same phone, and she had asked me a question about being able to back up the phone and the benefits of rooting the phone. And I'll kind of get to that, but I wanted to really talk about what's on my phone. So I'm trying to make this a quick video. A couple times that I've recorded previously are rather long, so I'm trying to just streamline it down to roughly 7-8 minutes. But on my phone here, once again, this is the Galaxy Note 2 on my T-Mobile network. This is a beast of a phone, huge phone with a 5.5-inch screen, quad-core processor, 8 megapixel rear camera, 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. This is just an absolute monstrosity of a phone, a phablet as they call it. But because I have big hands, this phone fits perfectly in my hands. But let's go ahead and just wake this phone up. Now, out of the box, it comes with the touchwiz. I've gone ahead to get rid of that because I don't really care for touchwiz, so I've gone ahead to flash custom ROM. The rooting process is very simple. Let's just go ahead and take a look at some of the applications. On my far left screen, I have my utilities. I have the AVG antivirus, so when I'm downloading applications onto my phone, the program, it will go ahead and scan those applications that I'm downloading. Make sure that there's no malware or spyware that's going to compromise my phone. I have a BusyBox. That's an essential program for rooted phones. I have a cache cleaner so that when I'm doing like a heavy internet browsing on my phone, this will automatically clean my phone every morning, usually around 5 a.m. I have a Dropbox, which is a cloud application, allows you to store pictures on a cloud server. You can also exchange those with other friends who are registered for Dropbox, so that's pretty cool. I have the Goo Manager, and I'll talk about that in a brief moment. But with a rooted device, Goo Manager allows you to pull applications from the developer's website if they make it available here, so that you can just update your phone that way instead of putting it onto the SD card. And it's a pretty simple process, but also having the custom recovery, because a rooted phone has to have a custom recovery so that way that you can get into the inner workings of the phone, back up your phone if you're going to flash another ROM, or just back up your phone in case you're having problems and you need to wipe it and then restore it. And then at the bottom here I have Greenify. Very, very useful application. Only works for rooted devices, but with Greenify, it allows you to put applications that would normally be running in the background, even if you're not using the phone. That causes a tremendous amount of battery drain. So for the phones that have smaller batteries, like the 2000 milliamp batteries, they do drain fairly quick. So by the end of the day, you're looking to charge your battery, or if you're not close to your charger, you have a dead phone. This phone right here, because it's got a 3100 milliamp battery, with moderate to light usage, you can get roughly a day and a half of phone play with this phone before having to put it back on the charger. So this is a great phone. I also have a quick boot. I started using this application when I initially had the Nexus 1, which is my first Android device. It was a developmental flaw to where in the upper right corner with the Nexus, upper left corner with the Nexus 1, there's a power button. And as you would turn the phone on, wake it up, put it to sleep, it's almost like carpal tunnel, where the power button would rub against the cable and it would gradually wear it down. Next thing you know, the power button would die, so people would be forced to basically use a trackball that the Nexus 1 had to wake up the phone, or you'd have to trick the phone to waking it up by plugging it into a charger or removing and inserting the battery back in the phone so that it boots up. The phones that I've had after that never had that problem, but I'm still paranoid. So I use this application instead of rebooting the phone by pressing and holding the power button, which on the Note is on the right side. I have the file manager, Slim File Manager, and it's just a renamed file manager from the for the name of the ROM that I'm using, and it just gives you access to a lot of the files that are stored on the system. Some of which developers access when they're making changes to the build prop. If you want to make changes yourself, it gives you a lot of unique access that you normally wouldn't get with a an unrooted device. And then of course, any rooted device, it's essential to have this right here, titanium backup. It allows you to back up the applications primarily your user applications. In some cases, you don't want to back up the system applications because they may not work with different types of ROMs that you flash. But this is essential. It's a must-have. Now, as far as on my next screen, this is just mostly my Play applications. So I have my calendar here. And then I have Bank of America, been with them since 1998. Calculator, eBay, I do some shopping on eBay once in a blue moon. I have my gallery, all my pictures and videos. Gmail, Hangouts, which was formerly Gtalk. They've integrated to give the option for video chat with family or friends, but it's also linked up to G+. I have empty space here, which I'm going to fill in with, as I move these around, because I keep everything in alphabetical order. But I'm just going to add the Tweak application, which is a Twitter-based application. I have my TWC. This application, because I've been with Time Warner Cable as a customer since 1995. But this allows me to pay my bills, reboot my cable boxes, reboot my modem if I should have any problems. So that's pretty cool. And I have PayPal. I have the Play Store. Any Android device is going to have that. TWC TV. That allows me to watch live TV for what I might see on the TV. I can see it on my phone, and also have it on my tablet. Also allows me to set DVR recordings and use it kind of like a remote control. Most carriers, Verizon, AT&T, DirecTV, Dish Network, have a similar type of application. And I have my Ymail for my Yahoo. On my main screen, this is just have my clock and the current application. This has different articles about various things. For me, I keep my interest in a lot of different things, but for food, electronics mostly, because I'm such a nerd, especially when it comes to Android devices. You can find a lot of information, as well as with games. You can find it on current. With my alarm clock, when Jelly Bean 4.2.1 or 4.2.2 came out, they gave more functionality for the alarm clock. So you didn't just have the option to set the alarm. For me, I have my wake up alarm for my days that I work, as well as an alarm for when I have to wake up to get ready to take my daughter to school. I have my first break, my lunch, my second break. On my days off, which are Wednesdays and Thursdays and Sundays, mostly Wednesdays and Thursdays, I wake up. Oops, I deleted. Let me go put that back on there. But I wake up usually around noon so that I can just get up and not sleep the whole day and miss everything. On the next page, I have my social networking. So I have my Facebook and my G+. For those that usually don't use G+, give it a try. It's really, really cool. They have a lot of different communities that you can join. Me, I like things such as comics. I'm a big Green Lantern fan, so I've joined a community for that. Redskins, I've got a community for that with a lot of different people, some here in Texas, some in other countries or just around the United States. But it's pretty cool. And also there's less drama than you might find on Facebook. So that's another reason why I like G+. But I use both because most of my family is on Facebook. And then my last page over is just my entertainment. So I have a music app, the Google Sound Search, pretty similar to SoundHound. And so, if you hear a song that you don't know the title of but you like, just activate that, let the phone hear it out. About 20-30 seconds later, if it recognizes the song, it'll pop up the title. And then I have my YouTube app. Now with this phone, you might look at the applications and the way they look. I use for my launcher, I don't use the stock launcher. I don't use the touchwiz because I rooted my phone shortly after I got the device. But I use the Nova launcher, and I have a couple of different icon packs. One of them is a flatro, and of course with that it does work with several different types of launchers, but for this one it just changes the overall look. So it just changes your icons to round. It just gives it a unique feel, makes it makes the phone your own. And then the other one that I use is Knox. Now both of these app packs cost probably about just a little over $1.50. Really not too expensive on the Play Store. So it's always, if you do, and you don't have to have a rooted device, but you do have to have a different launcher for your phone. And the launchers don't require root access as well. So it's something, you can always give it a try. And also with this, so I see here with the Knox, it gives all the icons a square, but also kind of gives it a 3D look because it adds some shadows. So, and the colors and everything are pretty bright, but there's a vast library for the different types of applications that are out. But once again, this is a awesome phone. And of course, the biggest thing that I have that you can really do to protect your phone, I have the OtterBox. Now these are fairly expensive cases, but they add so much protection for a phone like this that is crazy expensive, especially if you buy it without a contract. It kills me when I see someone who's got cracks on the phones because they may have just mistakenly dropped it, or they just never decided to get a protective case. So respect your device. That's the main thing. I'm such a nerd. I just couldn't fathom dropping this phone simply because I refused to get a case. But this phone is definitely worth it. It does add a bit more girth to it because it's such a thick case, and it's actually two pieces with a rubberized as well as a hard plastic. But in the event that you should drop it, you got great protection. Also have a screensaver on the phone. But once again, I just wanted to share this information. The phone itself, a tremendous joy to use. I like seeing it in my daughter's hand. It almost looks like a tablet in her hand because she's only 9 years old, my youngest daughter. But the phone itself, I can't really ask for much more than that. But if you have any questions or you like to share the type of what's on your phone, you can just leave some comments in the comment section. If you have any questions for me, just inbox me or just leave it in the comment section as well. And if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.